Welcome. Thanks for joining our zkVerify Buildathon presentation. I'm Rolf Versluis with zkVerify Foundation. I'm going to go through, this is specifically for the builders here in the audience, so I'm going to talk loud. All right, got a quick agenda so you can see what we're going to go over. Basically, with zkVerify, we're doing ZK proof verification. Zero knowledge proofs is kind of an esoteric type thing, so I'm going to do a brief explanation of it. I'm going to talk about what it can be used for, then talk about what zkVerify is bringing to the party, who we are to be building this stuff, and why you can rely on us, and then talk about specifically what our awards are, how they can be stacked with some of the other awards here, and how you're going to get support to build an awesome project. So let's go through and do that. All right, so first off, zero knowledge proofs, they're kind of a new, well, they're not really that new, but they're new in use technology that allows you to prove that a computation happened, which seems kind of boring until you realize you can do private transactions, you can prove that an AI model was run without exposing the underlying model, you can do private polling and voting. There's all sorts of different things that it enables. Also supply chain, but the big idea that I think zero knowledge proof is going to be used for over the next few years is to be able to allow Web2 to interact with Web3. So you can prove that something in a Web2 application was done, and then you can bring that information along with its zero knowledge proof into any type of Web3 system. The important thing to know about zero knowledge proofs in this advanced cryptographic mathematics that it does is that you have to prove, you have to create the zero knowledge proof, and then you have to verify it. Doesn't do you any good to create it without verifying it. And so you can probably guess what it is that we do by the name of our project. We verify ZK proofs. Now that seems kind of basic, but there's actually a really big problem in the industry. So I'm wearing my Zen shirt because I'm the co-founder of Horizon, and that's one of the first projects that was launched that had a ZK circuit in it. And that was back in 2017. So Zen, Horizon, still an ongoing project. zkVerify is from the same team that has all this experience. And we recognized over the years with this experience that the problem for zero knowledge proofs is they're slow and they're expensive. And I mean, who wants to pay $5 to $10 to do kind of private polling or voting? You need to be able to pay 1 or 2 cents. You need to be able to do it quickly. So that's the specific problem we're addressing. We're making zero knowledge proofs fast and inexpensive. And to do that, we have 2 things that we're doing. So first off, there's a bunch of new ways to create zero knowledge proofs using new cryptography. It makes it much more accessible for people that don't understand how to build all the circuits and the logic to do that. So one of them is ZK virtual machines. So RISC-0 is an example of that. You can take any type of Rust code, run it in the ZK virtual machine, and it'll create a zero knowledge proof that the Rust code was run properly. Another is many different types of elliptic curves. The elliptic curve that's on Ethereum, which is where most people have been verifying their ZK proofs, is an older curve. There's newer and more secure curves. And as many of y'all know, elliptic curves aren't quantum computing safe. So we have to look at new types of zero knowledge proofs that are quantum computing safe if we really want to look to the future. Then another thing is plonkish types of proofs. So these are proofs that are optimized for being able to be used on end user devices like mobile phones or web browsers. In a lot of cases, you want to be able to do your proofs right where the information is, right where the user is. The cool thing about doing them on your devices is they have a very low cost to create them. And so with the flexibility of plonkish proofs, and Aztec has created the Noir system to create these proofs, it's a great domain-specific language. Now, the next part is the verification. So our developers decided that the best way to be able to address the 2 main problems of slow and expensive was to make an optimized blockchain system that's built on new technology. This is built on Substrate blockchain framework, very similar to Polkadot. And you can see over on the diagram that we have multiple different types of proofs that can be sent to our proof verification system. And once 2 of 3 validators verify the proofs, they're put it onto the blockchain. For a lot of Web2 applications, that's all you need right there. Fast, quick, inexpensive proofs. However, we also integrate with many different types of Ethereum virtual machines. So we can take a bunch of these proofs, the receipts for them, send a data structure to our smart contract on an EVM, and then the proof verification is available to any Web3 contract that wants to use them. So this is our system. zkVerify is not a smart contract platform. It's a system that enables people to use new, fast, and inexpensive proofs for many different types of applications. So, who's building this? Can you rely on us for doing this? All right, let me tell you a little bit about the team that's building zkVerify. This is Horizon Labs. So Horizon Labs has 8 years of experience building blockchains and zero-knowledge systems. We got people all over the world. We've worked on many different projects with many different organizations. So first, if you like our first project, Zen, you can still buy it on Binance and Coinbase. It's been active since 2017. Our team developed Zendu, a ZK-based sidechain bridge. This is actually designed to help a UTXO protocol like Bitcoin extend its capabilities by having a sidechain to another blockchain. We implemented that for Horizon, and so right now the Horizon project is actually 2 blockchains, a UTXO proof of work and an EVM sidechain, which happened to be a custom EVM developed by the Horizon Labs team. One of our cryptographers was a key contributor to the Poseidon 2 hash function paper for you ZK technology geeks. Poseidon 2 is a pretty advanced hash system. And then last summer, we really got into the middle of doing DeFi and Web3 experience by working with the Ape DAO to bring ApeChain onto Arbitrum as an orbit chain. So we're experienced in a lot of different aspects, specifically with zero-knowledge proofs and with blockchains. All right, so what are the awards that we got here at the ETHDenver? We got $25,000 in prizes. 5 different prizes, all for the same thing. Build us a really cool app, a Web2 app, a Web3 app that uses zero-knowledge proofs, and integral to the application, creates a proof, verifies it on zkVerify. Pretty straightforward. We got lots of people that can help you, and specifically this week, we deployed our zkVerify attestation smart contract onto other sponsors, so you can stack prizes. You can stack prizes with Flow, with Base, with BNB Chain, Arbitrum, or Ethereum. So not only can you do ZK proofs and get prize money from us for a good project, but also from these other projects as well. So we want to help you be successful with that. Now, how are you going to learn and use zkVerify? We have outstanding documentation. Go to our documentation website. It explains what it is, how to use it. We got links to tutorials on using these 3 main verifiers. Then we got example code on games. And then recently, we just wrapped up an online hackathon that was done with DevFolio. And you can see the screenshot to the right here of some of the winning projects. And so let's talk about some of those winning projects, because they can provide inspiration for the projects that y'all might want to build. And this was a Web3 online hackathon. So these are all Web3 projects that integrate the zkVerify smart contract. One of them, I'll just go across the top. So Shadow ML was a way to be able to use a machine learning algorithm, prove that it was used, but hide the actual algorithm. And I can think that many people who develop proprietary training algorithms and sell their usage, whether through tokens or fees or whatever, but they can generate a ZK proof that this algorithm was actually used. WinWave is a cool way of selecting a winner in a social media platform. So from like X, the number of likes or the number of follows or different things like that, and it does it in a provably fair way and uses ZK proofs for that. ZK Leaderboard is a project where when you have a game, a Web3 game, okay, that's fun, but it's more fun when you can beat other people, because winning is fun. And that's what the leaderboard is all about. It takes the proof that you got a specific score in a game, brings it to a leaderboard, and shows the winners. And you know that the people on that leaderboard are correct because it uses a zero-knowledge proof to do that. Now, once you have a leaderboard, other people can bet on it and stuff like that, but I think the leaderboard is a really important part of it. ETHDenver was a neat project that allows people to get microloans in a private way. So you can have people, some people like to contribute to charity, but they like to do so privately. So this way you are able to pay for people to get educational loans with microloans in a private way. Proof of Med, another neat idea where you have pharmacists or doctors that create a prescription and then pharmacists that fill it. But the current way to do it, at least what I've seen, is the doctor writes a piece of paper and you bring that to the pharmacy, and that's pretty much what you get. There's a lot of opportunity for some things in between there where you can just pretty much get anything from the pharmacy that you want. So this system would allow doctors to create a zero-knowledge proof of what the prescription is, and that can be verified at the pharmacy. Now, the one on the bottom right wasn't actually a Web3 prize, but I included it here anyway because it's pretty neat. So the ELIZA OS is an AI agent type application. And so this integrates ZK proofs into the AI agent. It's worth taking a look at and allows you to prove that certain things are true and improves your interaction with the agent. All right, so how are we going to help you build winning prizes? Well, what we learned in our online hackathon is that it's great to have mentors and people to assist you in doing these kinds of things, and that we separate the mentors from the judges. So we got our main development team in Milan. We got a DevRel team also in Europe and in India. So we should have round-the-clock support on our hackathon Discord. But what we've got, and I got pictures here of Steve and Rodrigo, they're two of our main contributors to the zkVerify project. They try to sit here and help people every day. So if you're looking how to use zkVerify or want to talk about ideas, and we've got about 10 people here all together, but these guys are here to help you, and that's what they want to do. All right, so let's go over again what our award is. So if you go to the ETHDenver DevFolio, you can see what our award list. We've got a bounty video where I talk about it quickly. We got a ton of links to including the hackathon, the tutorials, all sorts of different things. We really filled it up. So we want you all to build a Web2 or a Web3 application that creates and verifies a ZK proof. It's got to be useful and interesting. I mean, it can be crazy, non-useful. We were talking to a group that was, proving how big of a fish you catch in a legal area. I thought that was a really cool idea. It doesn't need to be a serious idea. It doesn't need to be infrastructure like roll up as a service or anything like that. It can be just a fun end-user app. And we actually like those kind of apps because the more proofs that are sent to zkVerify for us to verify, the better off we are. And here's the important part. The ZK proof has to be part of the application functionality. You can't just build an app, create a proof, send it over to zkVerify, and then not care whether it got verified or not. And it's really helpful to our judges, which are going to be part of our extended team all over the world, to have a video of how it works. So that's my guidelines for you. Please look at stacking our prize with others. And if you have any questions, we're going to be here. We got a booth in the main floor where we sit at tables here every day, and we walk around and just talk to people about projects. Thank you.